Good tune, good tune.
Ladies and gentlemen, this man right here needs no introduction simply because he's a part of the family. Weddings, graduations, funerals, you name it, he was present. Mr. Shawn Stockman, how are you doing today?
Oh man, another beautiful day in LA. I can't complain, man.
Can't complain. So, did you watch the battle last night?
Of course, man. Everybody watched the battle last night, man. It was fantastic.
So you and Babyface recorded, like, you guys recorded countless of hits. So how was it working with Babyface?
It was an honor, and it continues to be an honor. He created the songs that we still tour on today. Like, that's the type of quality and the type of just ability that Kenny has had for not just me but for other artists. So look, man, like it was fun. It was fun to see it. It was fun to witness both, because I'm a fan of both. I mean, Teddy Riley was basically my childhood, and knowing him, you know, as a friend, and just all of that. It just so many emotions watching those two guys, you know, just go back and forth with these historic records. You know what I'm saying? It was dope. I had a good time. It was dope.
Yeah. So you mentioned touring. So fun fact that people don't know is Babyface's first major tour as a solo artist was with Boyz II Men.
That's right.
So did you guys feel the pressure to, like, we have to kill this because Babyface is on tour with us?
Yeah, because Babyface put on a hell of a show. Around that time, you know, we were both at pretty much our height. And Face would come out, sing his records, you know, do his thing, obviously. But then, you know, there was a part in his show where he would actually give out money.
Oh.
So hearing all of that and doing all the stuff that he did, we were like, yo, like, Face is making it real hard for us, right?
Oh, wow.
But I mean, it was one of our most successful tours. And again, it was, you know, we have a lot of history with Face, and he has a lot of history with us. So we honor each other just by performing the songs as best as we can in as many places as we can. So it's all love, man.
Okay, and speaking of the battle, so we spoke about Babyface. So let's segue to Teddy Riley. I know that you worked with him on your 20th album. So
yeah.
So how was it working with Teddy Riley?
I mean, Teddy, again, he's always been my production inspiration. Like, Teddy created the New Jack Swing. He basically started a movement with his sound. And just to know that, you know, I'm in the studio with him too. Like, you know, they both have different styles of how they approach their music, but it all works out for them. So it's again, man, it's these things that makes being in the music business for as long as I've been in it, like, a blessing, because you run into these people who have a mutual respect for what you do, and you just go in and you cook up and, you know, you try to create something great.
Okay, so let's take it back before the hits, before the fame. 1989, after the Valentine's Day party, whose idea was it to sneak backstage to sing for Michael?
It was a collective, because here's the thing: we weren't supposed to actually have to sneak. Like, yeah. we were actually supposed to be meeting Charlie Mack, who at the time was security for Will Smith. You know, because Will was supposed to meet us. We were there for Will. Yeah. So when he didn't show up, he showed up, but like hours later. Like, we didn't wait around. So we found this nice lady. We don't know who this lady is to this day. She was an angel, apparently, who gave us a backstage pass. And all we did was just alternate it back and forth till we all got in. So, because we were getting backstage, like we were determined to do, you know, to meet somebody. And it just so happened that this was when Belle Biv DeVoe announced that they were going to be Belle Biv DeVoe.
Yeah.
To the people in Philly. And then they were walking out. And we caught them on the way out. And us being big New Edition fans and us learning Can You Stand the Rain a cappella, you know, all that other stuff, we sang for him. And for Mike Bivins. And the rest is history, man. And then after that, Will came. And
Oh, wow.
Because Will was originally supposed to sign us first.
Oh, okay.
But Biv beat him to
Oh, okay.
it.
So while recording your debut album, did you ever think that the album would have a huge impact in the music industry?
I mean, you always have high hopes, but consider the fact that we were young and we didn't really understand the magnitude of what this could have been. You know, we were just happy that the song was getting played on the radio. That was the extent of our knowledge and understanding of what the music business was at the time. So we were just doing what we did instinctively, which was whenever the record label told us to fly somewhere and sing, that's where we went. So it was like, you know, we just went wherever they told us. We performed no matter what the conditions or the circumstances, and we just tried to kill it every time.
Cool. So in 1992, when you heard your name being called out at the Grammy Awards for this classic right here, what was going? Yeah. What was going through your mind, like your first Grammy for your first album?
Yeah, that was an emotional moment. I'm sure you could find some pictures online of me like boo-hooing like a 6-year-old girl, and it was dope, man. Like, you know, to know that downstairs in my house I have, you know, 4 of those trophies. Like it's a blessing. Again, man, it's like I can't sound I can't sound like, you know, I expected all this to happen, because I didn't. All I'm doing at this point in my life and in my career is to figure out new ways on how to keep it going. And that's pretty much my purpose at this point, is to figure out what it is I need to do to take what we have thus far and then diversify it, make it new, just make it different, which is why I did this solo record, because this was just kind of a Boyz II Men extension. It wasn't like I was trying to make a move to leave the group or do anything, you know, contrived or you know, underhanded or anything like that. It was just something I wanted to do, and something that I always wanted to do, and just express myself as the individual in the group.
Okay, well, speaking about solo, I interviewed Troy Taylor not too long ago, and he spoke highly of you, especially this single right here. It's his favorite. So how was it being in the studio along with Boyz II Men?
I think it's really because a lot of people don't know that, yes, Face and Jam and Lewis and those guys, they wrote a lot of our bigger records. But, you know, I wrote Doing Just Fine and Pass You By and 50 Candles, amongst other records. So a lot of times when I created those songs, I was in the studio by myself. So, you know, I was sitting there, you know, actually creating them, if not with the producers, with myself.
Yeah.
So the process of recording alone, I'm used to. It's the performing that I had to get kind of, you know, acclimated to, because I'm used to having Wanye on my right, Nate on my left.
Yeah.
And you know, that's a wonderful luxury to have, especially when you know you suck that night. You know that the other 2 guys can pick it up for you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so to know that with this next endeavor, I'm doing stuff that, you know, the spotlight is going to be completely and solely on me. It's a little bit of pressure, but I like the energy. I like it. I like that feeling. I like that excitement of you know, pulling stuff out that I wouldn't normally pull out, because I got lazy because of the other 2 guys. Like, you know, I don't have to go 100% because these other 2 guys got me covered.
Right. So, speaking about you being out on your own, so you're accustomed to being in front of the camera. So now you're behind the scenes. So tell us more about Soul Chemistry Project.
Oh man, you pulled that out. That, you know what, that company, you know, I did some things with that company years ago, and because of just the industry and really not having enough momentum behind the company itself, for me to continue grooming acts and things of that nature, I had to shut it down. But I do hope to, in the midst of me doing my solo projects and the stuff with Boyz II Men, amongst other things, I do want to develop acts. Like, that's something I feel like I always had a knack of doing, and I have an affinity for. And you know, it's eventual. I do want to one day pick up, you know, an act that I know that I believe in, and I know that it has the potential, you know, to be that next one. So I'm looking for that person or persons.
So growing up in the music industry, you have to have a tough skin, because this industry will eat you alive. So you being a judge on the sing-off, what advice do you give the contestants as far as breaking into the music industry?
I just told them to, you know, and it's real simple, but you can't hide a light under a bushel. My thing is, you got to keep singing. And when the industry isn't doing well or isn't working on at your pace or in your time, which it doesn't for a lot of people, myself included, you just have to continue to sing. Just keep producing your voice, and keep singing the way that you do. And eventually somebody, the right people, will take notice. Because don't look at rejection as a bad thing. I think Tia Mari said, you know, the world's rejection is God's protection. In other words, you know, just because somebody rejects you doesn't mean that your journey is over. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just have to look at that and go, okay, cool. Hold on, who said? Oh, I was doing a book report with my daughter, right? Yeah. And she did a book report on Dr. Seuss, right?
Oh, wow.
Dr. Seuss got rejected, I believe, over 200 times.
Wow.
Dr. Seuss, until somebody finally gave him a shot. And now every kid knows green eggs and ham. So my thing is, you know, you can't let just a couple of people saying you're this, you're that, deter you from what you believe in. And that's the advice I give everybody, like not just the ones in the sing-off, but, you know, singers that are watching this right now. So, you know, you got to keep going. If you believe in something, if you see and visualize what it is that you want to make happen, keep moving until it happens.
Okay. Tell us more about your debut album, Foreword.
Foreword, well, first off, the title is just a preamble. It's kind of like an introduction. It's me saying, hello, my name is Shawn Stockman. I know you know me as the guy from Boyz II Men, but I want to introduce myself as this guy. So these songs are an introduction to, I think, what I represent as far as creatively. And again, Foreword is an introduction to a book. So there are many chapters to a book. So this is just the first part. This ain't even the first chapter. This is the introduction to what hopefully is to come in my future. So, but I just wanted everybody to get familiar, because I know everybody, you know, see me and are wondering where the other two guys are. And, you know, it takes time for people to digest something that they were so used to in another form. So this is my way of saying, you know, get familiar with who I am as an individual and as a soloist. Hope you like what I present, and we take it from there.
Okay, so what made you pick Feelin Lil Som'n and then All I Do as the first two singles for it?
You know, that was a choice that my label decided to do, and my whole idea was, I don't care what you release, because I put my heart in every song. So like, I didn't care. Like, you know what I mean? I really didn't. Like, it was one of those things where it's like, you know, I had my ideas ultimately and I gave them to them, but, you know, it was like, well, we feel this way, we can do this, that, and this. Okay, cool. You know, there's certain things that you got to let the company do what they do. If they feel that, with their resources and the people that they know and the markets they tested or whatever, all that technical stuff, that they feel like these songs are the ones, then I say, I don't care. As long as people connect with it, and that's it. So then I can continue to do my job, which is perform for people and show up, at least when this pandemic ends.
Right. Oh, did you decide on the third single yet?
No, not yet. A lot of people, as a matter of fact, since we're online, we'll ask them, and maybe they'll report, say comments under your in your page or my page, whatever. Let me know, guys, what you think the third single should be. I don't know. I'm good with it, with anything you guys choose. I'm good.
Mm-hmm. So you guys had a Vegas residency. So do you see you guys going back to Vegas?
Oh yeah, we have to. We still have a contract with them. So, we still have to perform until 2021. So, we're just waiting for all of this stuff to calm down, man. You know what I mean? Like, and trust me, I want to get out there and I want to perform just like everybody else, but I'm not trying to rush because, this is serious. And I don't want, not only don't I want to get sick, but I don't want anybody getting sick at our show.
Right.
So let's just do what we need to do. Keep our asses at the crib. Do what we need to do to just stay away from folks until somebody finds a cure for this particular situation, and then we can keep it moving, man. And then we can go back to normal. Although the normal as we know it, it won't be the same.
Yeah. Right. So you gave us the ceremony songs, reception songs for the weddings. So now to add the icing on the cake, you gave us Harmony Wine. So a full wedding package. So how did that come about?
This was years in the making. This took some time to actually come to fruition. And quite frankly, it makes sense. This is natural progression with us. We feel like the music that we make and what we represent creatively and musically for so long, wine only correlates perfect. So while you listen to Boyz II Men records, or while you listen to this new Foreword record, you can pour some Harmony wine, some rosé, some Chardonnay, or some Bordeaux, and have a nice night. And I want to say, I apologize for folks who want to get some, but it's been a while since this pandemic has held up our orders in France. So a lot of the wine could get over because everybody was at the crib. So now that things have calmed down a bit, we should be getting some shipments pretty soon. And then we'll be able to get it out to everybody across the country, because we're going to put things together where everybody's able to order it, even though you might not be able to get it in stores. Come here. You may not be able to get it in stores. Oh, stop. You may not be able to get it in stores. You can order it online. So, and that'll be that.
Okay. What future projects do you have coming up?
Outside of the solo record and outside of having the residencies in Vegas, we just have a lot of shows that we need to make up for. And we will be on Songland. This is a show on NBC where we pick some songs to record with some new up and coming composers. So yeah, so this will be cool. Say what's up to Biggie, everybody. This is Biggie.
What up, Biggie?
Say what's up. Say what's up.
How old is he?
In dog years, I think he's like 6. Say what's up. Say what's up, Biggie. Say what's up.
Biggie had to make a cameo. He was like, nah.
Give me a kiss. Love you. What's up?
Is that the only dog?
Yeah, it's the only dog.
Only dog?
It's the only dog we got. Like, yeah, I can't handle too many animals, man. I got enough going on to worry about taking care of a bunch of. My daughter wants a squirrel.
Oh wow.
Like,
Your
squirrel.
hands full with that.
Okay, feed it. Yeah. She wants a squirrel. So I don't know about all of that though. But
Oh,
you know,
okay.
right now it's just Biggie.
Oh, okay.
Say what's up to the people.
So for all your fans that are tuning in right now, what message would you like to send to them?
Well, first off, thank you very much, guys, for all of the support that you guys have given me so far. You know, with the album, I haven't heard anything negative from anyone. I think everybody has been enjoying it, and that's all I wanted. And I appreciate you guys supporting me as an individual outside of my own group. You guys have been making things go for me for a long, long time. And, you know, I'm humbled still, man. And I can't wait to get back out. I can't wait to get back out and perform for everybody. I can't wait to, you know, sing these songs, not just with my guys, but, you know, the solo stuff. I'm ready to make mistakes and flub and do all those other crazy things that, you know, new artists do. Cause I look at myself as a new artist. So I'm looking to perform and get my feet wet and really grow. So I can't do that without y'all. And thank y'all so much. And Biggie thanks you too.
Yes. And once again, thank you so much for taking the time out to conduct this interview. I really appreciate it. And thanks for giving us the classic hits that we needed to get through in life.
No, thank you. Thank you thank you for appreciating it, man. And hey, if anything, that battle has shown us last night, it's shown us that there's a whole lot of people that still enjoy the music that a lot of these youngsters consider old. With all these battles that's been popping off right now, the Teddy Riley and Babyface one was the most successful one. Yes. There was 3 million people that wanted to hop on, and Instagram could only facilitate 500,000. So that just goes to show you that this music, this black ass music, the soul music, this music that a lot of companies tend to front on and people tend to front on, is still very much strong and alive. Okay. So for that and for those people, I want to say thank you very much for making sure that the world knew. When you got Michelle Obama popping on, when you got like all types of entertainers from all walks of life, you should have seen like the check marks that was coming up on, you know, people commenting. Everybody was on there. So there are a large amount of people that still enjoy good R&B music the way that it used to be done. So it's, if anything, it's very current. There's nothing old about it.
Oh, nothing. It's timeless music.
Exactly. So to those people, thank you for making that successful, because that just basically writes it off. That's the mic drop right there for everybody who thought that this type of music was no longer popping. It was the most successful verses since this whole thing started. So so thank you very much, guys, and keep supporting
Black music. Yes, it is.
Know what I mean?
Once again, thank you so much, Shawn, and be blessed.
No, thank you very much. You do the same, brother, and appreciate your support and love. And again, guys, go and get that Foreword record. We think that you'll enjoy it. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you, bro.
Peace.
Peace.